Hey everyone, this is Guillermo of 413 Media Group here again for another 413 review. And for this video, we're going to be talking about butts. What kind of butts? Well, these kinds of butts. That's right, we're not talking about regular butts, we're talking about the butt end of the weapon. More specifically, the stick, but in Filipino martial arts, the butt end is called punyo. And usually it's about 1 inch to 2 inches. Actually, let's check. Got a ruler right here. Oh, 2 inches. I guess I prefer 2 inches. Usually we say about 1.5 inches, about that length, to about 2 inches. That's how I learned it. Now, when I was a beginner in Filipino martial arts, I was always told to have a punyo. As a beginner though, I didn't really understand the reason why we had the punyo. I just always had it there because my instructor or my guru always said, have it on there. And when you're doing your drills and whatnot, sometimes you get sweaty or the stick is slippery or it's humid and your stick starts to slide and they'll say you have too much punyo or you have too little punyo. It wasn't until a few months into Filipino martial arts that I started figuring out why we have the punyo. Now, of course, it varies depending on the style and the instructor, what they're going to tell you about it. But for this video, I'm going to be telling you why I think Filipino martial artists have the punyo and while some styles don't have a punyo. Reason number 1, it's an additional feature of the weapon. What do I mean by that? Essentially, it becomes a hooking weapon. So with this, you can hook and trap the opponent's weapon or limb. And most of the time you see the stick, you're scared of this part. But when you're in a closer range, sometimes you can't really clear the stick. So what you have is the punyo. Boom! Bash him with this part. Hey, you're in range, you're close enough, use this until they back up because they're hurt, and then boom, 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 boom. And then they get close again and hit. You can parry, and you could do a more effective parry by using this. Also, you can use the punyo to disarm someone. So it becomes really an additional feature of the stick. You have the smashing part, and then you have the hooking part. Number 2, it basically trains you how to use the ice pick grip. If you know how to hit like this, then you know how to use the knife in an ice pick grip. If you know how to do something like the huba drill, you can easily transition that into knife techniques and then later on into hand-to-hand techniques. It's one of the defining features of Filipino martial arts. One concept, multiple technique applications. Number 3, I'm gonna go a little bit physics on you, even though I don't really understand physics that well. If you imagine this is like a fulcrum of a lever or like the turning point of something that rotates, and this is the radius. When you apply force for this to rotate and basically hit a target, that force is multiplied by the length of the stick. If you have a shorter length here, it's going to be easier to manipulate the stick. It's easier to move it around. And also that means that it takes less energy for you to use your weapon. Now, of course, you could exaggerate and put it here. That's even easier. But then, of course, you lose a lot of power. You lose a lot of force to damage the target. So it's a give and take, which now will transition into the reasons why I think other styles don't use the punyo, or some of the advantages of not having the punyo. When I started Filipino martial arts, I started holding it with the punyo. And then later on, I found out that a bunch of other styles don't use the punyo. Now, regarding that physics thing about torque and the force that goes to the tip here when hitting the target, as I said, if there is a longer distance, you deliver more force. If you think about this, right, you have a longer stick, you hit the target, the same amount of force applied, the target will get hit with more power. That sounds pretty good. To really exaggerate this, grab a staff or a bangkao, hold it at the very end, swing it, and see how much more damage that does. Yeah, I'm not explaining physics very much. I butchered my physics here, but just trust me on this. The longer it is, the more damage. So Goku's staff, that ever extending one, that hurts a lot to get hit by that thing. Number 2 is a very obvious one. it extends range. That extra 2 inches, right? The more you practice, the more your body will know instinctively how far you are from the opponent. And that extra 1 to 2 inches feels like a lot when you've been practicing FMA for a long time. So if you're someone who spars a lot, just try like holding it here. And now, of course, talking about that physics thing, you're gonna get tired more, but you're gonna have more range. So if you're someone who likes to fight in the long range, try it out, check it out, and it's gonna trip up your usual sparring partners because they'll be like, whoa, why are you suddenly hitting me from much farther away? That very short distance makes a big difference. Number 3, you actually have less chance of getting disarmed. As I said before, you can use the punyo to disarm someone, right? But at the same time, that leaves you open for disarms. Because this is sticking out, right? It can hook something. Well, they can hook onto it too, and therefore disarming you. So with this, that's not exposed. All I have is this. So I gave you 3 reasons on why I think having the punyo is popular, and also the reason why this is also popular for other styles. Now, I am very aware that there's many more reasons, and if you are a student who has an idea, or a master, or a grandmaster, or a grandmaster, let me know in the comment sections more reasons why you have the punyo style, or let me know why you don't have the punyo for your style. If you use both, let me know. If you guys want to explain more of the physics, the formulas and whatnot, put it in the comment sections too. But basically, tell me what you know about punyos. Once again, thank you for letting me blabber on about random things about Filipino martial arts. Please click like if you like the video, share it so more people see it, subscribe so that we feel good about ourselves, and click that notification below so I get goosebumps at night. Alrighty. I'm signing off almost because I gotta tell you something else. We are once again hosting the Battle of the Bayani, a Filipino martial arts tournament, which is the perfect tune-up right before you go to regionals here in the United States. It's gonna be held in Oxnard, California on March 2nd, 2019. More information is in 413group.net/Bayani. We are now currently open for registration, early bird window, and it's going to be open until February 2nd only. During this early bird window, you can get the free t-shirt with an awesome new design. Also, it's $75 for unlimited divisions, but make sure that you sign up only for all novice divisions or all advanced. It's a rough estimate, but basically novice division is around under 2 years of FMA experience, and advanced is over 2 years of experience in fighting in FMA and sparring. It's gonna be pretty awesome. Hope to see you guys there. Alright, I'm finally out. Boom.